As the capable first class proceed with their arrangement for add-up to control over mankind and the planet's restricted assets, a group of 13 Illuminati bloodlines keep on secretly haul the strings in the background. The majority stay insensible of the way that these shadowy powers behind the New World Order motivation are set to wreak ruin and obliteration over the planet in the following couple of years. HumanSafree.com reports. Someplace close to the exceptionally best of the pyramid, a to a great degree elitist association known as the Council of the 13 Families organizes the greater part of the real-world occasions. As the name proposes, the council comprises of the best 13 most powerful families on Earth. An undeniably number of individuals is getting to be mindful that 99% of the Earth's populace is controlled by a world-class 1%, however the Council of the 13 Families comprises of under 1% of the 1% up top and no one on Earth can apply for enrollment. As they would like to think, they are qualified for control over whatever is left of us since they are the immediate relatives of the antiquated divine beings and think about themselves illustrious. These families are Rothschild, Bauer, Bruce, Cavendish, Kennedy, de Medici, Hanover, Habsburg, Krupp, Plantagenet, Rockefeller, Romanov, Sinclair, St. Clair, Warburg, Del Banco, Windsor, Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. By and by, I speculate this may not be the total rundown and some intense ancestries are as yet obscure to us. The Rothschild tradition is verifiably the most intense, unmistakable, bloodline on Earth and their evaluated riches is around $500 trillions. They practice their energy through the world-saving money domain, which is completely claimed by them. The most imperative foundations that strive to build up the NWO and totally oppress our species, are the City of London, Bank, controlled by the Rothschilds, not some portion of the UK. The U.S. Federal Reserve, Fund, private bank, claimed by the Rothschilds, not some portion of the USA. The Vatican City, influence, trickiness and terrify strategies, not some portion of Italy. Washington, D.C., military, personality programming, mentally programming and eradication, not some portion of the USA. The greater part of the above organizations work as individual states, working under their own laws, henceforth there is no official courtroom on Earth that would ever indict them. The large number of secret societies in presence today, work as branches of a super-organization, which is claimed by the Council of the 13 Families. Despite the fact that they have been liberally compensated for their work, the individuals from these mystery social orders are not individuals from the world-class bloodlines, they don't know who their lords are and they have no clue what the genuine plan is. The mentally programming. Another mass subjugation instrument that they are utilizing against us, is the alleged instructive framework. Schools are not anymore what they used to be and youngsters are figuring out how to remember without considering and obey without addressing. Truth be told, this built-up instructive framework is greatly costly to keep operational and out of date in the age of the web. Why out of date? You may inquire. Since the web gives us free access to relatively unending measures of data. So why are regardless we paying tremendous measures of cash for administrative training? Since the world's tip-top require that our youngsters learn similarity and inside the container considering. What would we be able to do about it? Humankind's confidence is remaining in a precarious situation at this moment, as the control of the NWO octopus spreads. From one viewpoint, we are near our entire oppression, while then again, we could without much of a stretch disintegrate to the ground their pyramid of energy, by basically joining against their trickery and a serene unrest of brains, substances. I've approached myself for a considerable length of time what is their most noteworthy weapon of subjugation. Is it poor training joined with consistent influence? Is it the dread produced by religion? Is it the dread of being rebuffed, imprisoned or slaughtered, by the framework, or is it the imperceptible subjugation of the fiscal framework? As I would like to think, the greater part of the above consolidated hugely affected our general public and the way we think, However, their greatest weapon is hands down the budgetary framework. Money slaves. The money-related framework has stealthily subjugated our species, and now we are being utilized as cash slaves. We work from 9 to 5 consistently, in exhausting and discouraging situations, not animated by anything innovative or valuable. As a rule, the sole inspiration for going to work is the following paycheck, and regardless of how hard we function, we never appear to have enough cash. Have you at any point asked why super organizations, harvesting billions/year in benefits, pay many millions to their CEOs and as close as conceivable to the lowest pay permitted by law to whatever remains of the representatives? This has been painstakingly outlined, in light of the fact that a man that is always on the edge, will never have time for self-instruction, thoughtfulness and, inevitably, profound arousing. Isn't this our principal reason on Earth? To end up otherworldly creatures, and by profound, I clearly don't mean religious, and finish the manifestation cycle? They don't require taught individuals, who are fit for basic reasoning and have profound objectives. No, this sort of individuals are perilous to the foundation. They need faithful robots, sufficiently wise to work the machines and keep the framework running, yet sufficiently imbecilic never to make inquiries. Cash is the eye of the fiend. The greater part of the world's most concerning issues have their underlying foundations profoundly inserted in the money-related dormant. Wars are beneficial, infections are productive, Earth's pillaging is gainful, human subjugation and cold-hearted working conditions are productive. Our pioneers have been defiled by cash, and humankind's aggregate mission on Earth has been captured by cash. So for what reason do we require the money-related framework, in any case? All things considered, we needn't bother with it, at any rate, not any longer. The planet doesn't charge us a penny for utilizing its characteristic assets, and we have the innovation to separate them without physically working a day. The arrangement. More to the point, there are splendid personalities out there talking about the idea of an asset-based economy for a considerable length of time. One illustration is Mr. Jacques Fresco, a splendid mechanical creator and social architect, who went through a large portion of his time on Earth outlining what's to come. The urban communities proposed by Mr. Jacques Fresco will be worked via independent development robots and will be eco-accommodating and self-practical, seismic tremor and flame-resistant. Other individuals are as of now talking about the change designed towards the economy without bounds, where cash are never again required and all people will be offered the best conditions to achieve their most astounding possibilities, for the advantage of our species. All in all, my inquiry is, would we say we are prepared to grasp the future and escape the control of the tip-top in a world without cash, or would we say we will enable the New World Order to happen?